electronic music, your home for the latest in trance and progressive. The latest tunes selected, the hottest tracks in a row, straight to your music player.
Welcome to the new world.
This is A State of Trance podcast. Here's your host, Armin van Buuren.
This week, brand new tunes by Andy Moor, Roger Shah, Lemon and Einar K, and W&W. But first, the Australian producer tyDi. This tune comes from his forthcoming album, Shooting Stars. It'll be out on the 19th of August. Here's his collaboration with Tania Zygar, Why Do I Care? And a great remix by Clashback.
You said they're so empty. I wanna shake you tonight.
AStateofTrance.com.
One of the most popular tunes of the moment is the new single of Andy Moor with Sue McLaren. And the rumors are going around that he's working on an album at the moment. Out soon on his own Ava recordings. This is his single, Fight the Fire.
A State of Trance podcast.
Keeping you up to date every single week in the latest in trance and progressive. This is the A State of Trance podcast. Make sure to check out A State of Trance on Facebook. Head over to facebook.com/A State of Trance official for updates and exclusives. The next tune comes from a good friend of the show, Roger Shah. He's just released a new album called Open-Minded last week. I had a brief talk with him about his album, and you can find it on youtube.com/Armin van Buuren. This is one of my favorite tracks of his album. His new team up with Adrina Thorpe. Here is Island.
Listings and more. Check out www.astateoftrance.com.
You're tuned in to the A State of Trance podcast. Having a quick look in my mailbox to see what you've sent me this week. Shouting out to Carlos Olivio from Colombia. Juan Hidalgo from Panama sends a shout out to his family and especially his friend Anya. Rafael Leyer from Hamburg in Germany shouts out to his best friend Ravi in Cape Town, South Africa. If you want to hear your shout out in the podcast, or do you have any requests, just send me an email. Armin@astateoftrance.com. Alright, back to the music. And these guys really know how to make quality trance. The Norwegian duo Lemon and Einar K are back with a great vocal tune. Here is Everlasting.
Chilly drafts will have curtains.
comments to Armin at astateoftrance.com.
Last tune on this week's podcast is a big dance floor filler for me, and these guys have made many of those before. Despite their young age, exclusively on the podcast, W&W with Beta.
Weekly trance update. This is a State of Trance podcast.
Thank you for tuning in to this edition of the podcast. Next week, of course, I'm back with a new episode. In the meanwhile, you can hear the previous episodes on my arminradio.com page on Spotify, or check youtube.com/Armin van Buuren. Speak to you next week.
Thank you for tuning in. For more info about this podcast, go to astateoftrance.com. Tune in next week for more A State of Trance.
For more info, check www.armadamusic.com.